Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the book of Backlog. Now, okay, so something interesting. Previously, last episode, the Rock Band Unplugged was the game I was working on. I thought I was pretty close to the end, and then I thought I had a lot more, but it turns out I was really close to the end. That's why I edited in a little bit saying that I actually ended up beating it the night after I recorded that video and when I was editing, so I'm like, dang, if I just wait a little longer to record. But, yeah, so Rock Band Unplugged is done. That was something like 690 stars or something like that. So, like I said, 5 stars and 4 stars were the ones I had one of those every time, basically. So that gives you an idea of how many songs I had to do just to beat that game. But yeah, that's number 2 done. Now, I did something a little different because I didn't want to wait a whole week before having to pick a new game. So I put a poll up. I linked to it on my website and I shared it around a little bit. And I got like barely any votes because I gave it one day to vote because I wanted to get it done. And I mean, I shared it around enough where people would see it. But I mean, people didn't care enough, I guess. So I got very few votes. And it was basically a randomized list of 5 for which one I should play next, and then voted out of those. So since there were so few votes, it came down to a tie between Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and The Bigs on PlayStation 2. And let's see, I ended up going with The Bigs. You can see by the title. Dang. God dang, and there's some people talking outside my house. They're freaking all the dogs out. But yeah, I went with the Bigs because I figured it would be easier to get through. Pokemon's an RPG. I don't know, I'm kind of in the mood to play an RPG, but then I thought at the same time I have Harvest Moon, which is going to be a long thing, and RPG will be a long thing, so it'll be a long stretch. But I mean, eventually I'll get to the point where I'll end up buckling and doing that, picking an RPG. But hey, guess what? This is not going to be as easy as I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be more of a quick thing. But I'm actually up to only 11% on this game after a few times playing throughout the week. I put in a good amount of time, I'd say, too. I had so much difficulty with this game. It's not even a bad game. It's just, I found it pretty darn challenging. Like, I'm very early on and still I'm having trouble winning some of these games. I have no problem with the pitching part. The problems I have with are batting. It's hit or miss for me. But I mean, like, that's more of like unpredictable for me whether I'll do well or not in the batting phase. And then what really is annoying in this game, I think, is the running the bases is kind of annoying because you have to pick the runner, like you pick the base runner you're going to run with and point in the direction, the control stick in the direction you want to run. And so many times I found that they stop where I don't want them to stop and they get out early on. I remember I was like, oh yeah, cool, I've won on second and third, but no, this guy was standing right before third. And like sometimes you'll have one running and this one will stop. It gets annoying, and I've always liked fielding in the few small amount of baseball games I've played. I mostly have only played Mario Baseball, so this is a new thing for me. But in the small amount of baseball games I've played, I've always liked fielding and doing that kind of thing. But it's kind of difficult to manage because you have to pitch and then you have to be ready for as soon as you're done pitching to be ready to catch the ball. But the annoying thing with sports games like this is that it automatically picks the person you're going to control. And when a ball is going to hit fast, like right into the center field, you barely have any time to react. So like I'm always thinking, oh, I'm controlling this guy, but no, it turns out I was controlling this guy. So what would have been an easy catch turns out I'm missing it and I have to grab it from the guy all the way in outfield instead. So this guy's getting to third on an easy hit. it just gets annoying sometimes. It is fun having, and it's annoying that on the home runs so often your ball can get grabbed by the wall run. Like they can climb the wall to grab the ball, and it's successful so many times when they do it. It does get annoying as well. Because for me, it's so hard to get a successful hit batting. But I do like, it's kind of cool, they have the regular games. So far, there have been things like win in a 5-inning game against this team. That's the main thing. And then they'll have other challenges like get a certain amount of hits and get enough points or whatever. There's like a hitting challenge, fielding challenges, weird stuff like that. So it's not a completely traditional baseball game. It's more arcade style. I know there are a couple other modes. I did the rookie challenge, which I'm just assuming is the main story mode for this. So once I beat that, I'll consider it beaten. So yeah, like I said, it said 11%. I don't know if 100% means beating the game or if that's 100% completing the game and that you could actually beat it with less percent, and kind of like Rock Band Unplugged I found out. I'll see, but it seems like I'm not too far into the game. That's the impression I have. So it might be in for a long haul here. Because it did say you'll be able to steal up to 10 players, I believe, and I've only stolen the first one just recently. So, sounds about right to the percentage. But yeah, I guess we'll see. So we might be in for a bit of a long haul with this one. I'm hoping not, though. And also, from now on, I think for progress sake, I'll keep a percentage, like I said in the last episode. And then, when we have ongoing games, I'll be like, here's the percentage from last episode, and here's where I'm at now. So I guess I'll do that for Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life. Previously, it was 2.5% last episode, my progress. And now, I'm up to 2.5%. Yeah. I didn't play any of this game. I'm finding that doing this other game is making me completely forget about Harvest Moon. Because these ones are like a lot more attainable goals for me. I knew that was a risk when I was picking this game. And then I'm like, oh, it's a long game, so I shouldn't put as much priority on it. But then, me saying that, it's going to be even longer because I'm not making any progress. People need to stop talking out there. But yeah, hopefully I'll get more progress on that. Maybe that'll be a little goal for me to do this week. Yeah, that's it. Harvest Moon, the Bigs, this is the two games I'm on now. This is episode 4 of the Book of Backlog, and I've already done 2 games. I'm kind of glad about that. I'm going to think of like a way I can present to like all the games I've beaten. That would be cool if I had like a board with all the games I've finished. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. And I'll check in with you next week.